Good evening, and welcome to another scene in the living legend of the Five Rings. We are finishing up an old challenge that had been put forward by Lord Otomo Kaioshin, a series of contests between the samurai of the Great Clan Samurai of Kyuden Koro in order to show off their skills and impress their comrades and their new lords and such. And at the reassembly of such things after all of uh, the events that had transpired outside of the city. Tetsumura, Oto Tetsumura, has yet to face his semifinals opponent, a Kitsuki of the Dragon Clan, who rather easily defeated her opponent, Akoto Reo, rest his soul. And so we find ourselves at the small dueling grounds just outside of the Lord's estate, where all of the honorable activities of honorable martial activities samurai take place. And much like before, there are a set of a large seating area flanking either side of the circle, at the forefront of which is a raised pedestal upon which sits this woman, Otomo Ocean, looking as tired and frazzled as ever, but nonetheless willing to oversee the happenings.
Well, Makoto's here on the sidelines. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Sam is going to be on the sidelines as well, wanting to check out his competition.
Sesame wants to see what all the hubbub's about.
Makoto, for the record, is not wearing her armor. She has come dressed in gentler clothes for the night. There's still burns vaguely visible at the edges of her clothing.
Yes, Crane. Describe your resplendent kimono to us.
It is blue with intricate stitching. Not at all the kimono of someone who has recently been robbed. Probably something that she brought from home. It has a nice white piping along the edges and doesn't look like something you'd want to get muddy, so she hasn't.
Beautiful.
Ashura has also come to see his fellow dragon duel. He's wearing what he wears when it's when he's more relaxed. So he's wearing robes, well, a kimono that looks nearly looks like a monk's kimono if it wasn't for the mons on it. Very basic for a samurai.
So not long after most of the people have assembled, this woman makes her way towards the dueling arena and moves to one side of it, and very with a very placid expression passes the time waiting by performing some very basic kata that It's pretty recognizable. She awaits the man of the hour.
Yeah, Tetsu's just gonna walk in. Instead of his scimitar at his side, he's kind of begrudgingly got his daisho with the katana. Darn samurai things. Apparently, a scimitar isn't something you should use in a duel, as he's been told. Yeah. Yeah, he walks in. He's not wearing his armor though, unless it was told to be an armored duel. Though I doubt it would be.
No.
Plus, it's riding armor, so it's like gives me like plus 5 TNs and stuff. So yeah. Anyway.
So, before long, as Tetsu arrives and makes his way towards the circle, Ocean speaks up once again and says, "Great Clan Samurai, it is good that you have joined us as we seek to bring a resolution to the dueling competition. This day we find Honorable Moto Tetsumura-san facing forgot the name. Kitsuki. Going to the forums. Kitsuki Toshiko. I look forward to a most exciting show of skill and trust that both combatants will put forth their finest efforts to dazzle us and the assembled samurai. You may begin when ready." And Toshiko looks at Tetsumura, smiles very faintly, and bows deeply.
He will return the bow as deeply as she went.
I hope fortune favors you, Moto-san.
And you as well, Kitsuki-san.
Sammy just coughs.
I glance over to Seimei ever so slightly.
He just stands there with his hands behind his back, looking rather plain.
Dude's got dangerous beauty. Ain't no way he's looking plain.
All right. Roll initiative.
Yay. Well then.
Let's bring up a good question. Who goes first?
What happened?
They rolled the same number. They both rolled an 11.
Oh, man.
personally do not know.
I guess let's just roll again. How about that?
Oh boy.
What's
Well
that?
then, I'm not gonna beat that. Yep.
All right. So they then move into the assessment phase. Both of the participants move into the center stance. Toshiko looks at Tetsumora very coolly, as though there was nothing in the world around them except him and her. So if you would please make an Aijutsu awareness roll. Okay. So with no raises and no one exceeded their opponent's roll, what piece of information would you like to learn about your opponent? You can learn the opponent's void, the opponent's reflexes, their Aijutsu skill, any emphases, the number of void points, current wound level.
I guess they're void.
Okay. So then the combatants move into the focus phase, unless Tetsumora would like to abdicate.
No.
All right. So it is now an Aijutsu focus / void roll.
Oh boy.
Let's see. All right. So both of them will make an attack roll at the same time. It is a karmic strike.
Got no idea what that means.
So you're hitting at the same time. So essentially, both of you will hit each other simultaneously. If someone misses their attack roll, then and the other person hits, essentially they win on a first blood.
Oh yay.
But if not, it's a draw, and so you'll have to go again.
Fun times.
So make your normal Kenjutsu attack roll, I believe. Oh, nope, Aijutsu reflexes.
I'm gonna spend a void on this.
Hang on, people. So both combatants nick each other almost imperceptibly at the same time. If there was a clear first strike, no one present is able to see who. So Toshiko resets her stance and bows to Tetsumura-san and says, "Evenly matched." Again. And settles back into the originating stance.
He will just simply nod and settle himself back into the correct stance as well.
All right. Assessment. Aijutsu reflexes. All right. Is there anything in particular you would like to know?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. Toshiko moves her hand towards her blade, begins to circle Tetsumura. Focus. Okay. This time, it looks like Toshiko has the jump on Tetsumura. So, draws her blade. See if she hits. And manages to nick Tetsumura before he can react. And once the dust settles, she turns back and bows very deeply once again and says, "Well fought, Moto-san."
He will simply bow and say, actually, no, I can't think of anything that he'd say, so he'd just kind of bow.
And so, with that, Ultima Ocean smiles, and there is a very small murmur that sort of runs through the crowd at the resolution of the duel. And she says, "Both combatants fought well. Kitsuki Toshiko is the winner and will face Bayushi Seimei. Are both of you ready?"
Sammy arches a brow. Kind of gives a small sigh and steps forward and bows to Otoma Ocean. Height.
Toshiko nods.
And Seimei will take up the spot Tetsumura took up, giving Moto-san a brief nod of approval. Like, good job. Thanks, buddy. And we'll step into the circle.
Ocean says briefly, "We will reconvene in 10 minutes. before Seme gets comfortable.
Huh.
People have to go to the bathroom. It's very exciting, all this.
Just enough time to poison someone.
Sammy just stands there with his hands behind his back like a big red obelisk. Kind of just looks kind of plain. His eyes almost look sunken and half lidded, like as if he's just toning everybody out. So nobody can accuse him of being Scorpion. Just a bad guy.
Oh, but he's so good.
He's a good guy, yes.
But he is a scorpion.
Is Makoto looking for a certain other masked individual?
Can I say yes? Because
You
she would be more than pleased to. Yes.
You can. She doesn't see him.
Okay.
Does that make her feel better?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. I don't
Should
think she
probably-
would know how to answer that.
Should probably give that ring a walk.
She does. Yeah. During this nice break, Makoto stands up and goes gliding around, just behind the stands for no reason, just cuz. Just kind of, getting some air. Comes back out. Where did Tetsumura go after the duel?
He's probably just kind of standing off to the side.
Makoto will go to him and kind of. Actually, would she do that? It's Tetsumura, man. She would. Makoto's nice. Makoto will go over to him and take a position near him and tell him well fought.
Thank you, Daidoji-san.
You're very swift.
Not swift enough, it seems.
No honor has been lost. I also was not swift enough to defeat Seimei-san, or sorry, Bayushi-san. But it is only to the greater glory of your opponent and not to your own shame.
But I did not go against Bayushi-san. Either way, there is wisdom in your words.
Yeah, when Tetsumura argues that way, Makoto's eyes she gets a very swift sideways look, like, are you insulting your opponent? Does Tetsumura look like he's trying to insult his opponent?
He agreed with her.
Okay.
He simply said that he didn't go against Same, but that what she said was true.
Sorry, I got you. She said you don't need to feel shamed for having lost to your opponent, as in I don't feel shamed for having lost to my opponent. And when he came back with, well, I didn't lose to that guy. She was like, whoa, that's some crane shade right there. But no.
I mean, if she wants to take it as that, that's fine. This dude has no dots in etiquette, so it's very possible.
Well, no, I mean that's why she glances at him, right? To see, because she knows he has no dots in etiquette. She doesn't know what his sheet says, but she's definitely seen him in action, and so there's just kind of a moment of what? Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. It's just this guy. I look forward to seeing the results of the next combat.
Indeed, it shall be interesting.
Makoto manages not to look at Tetsumura's face in case it's sad. If it's sad, she's just gonna leave the sadness there and not do anything that might call attention to it. She just nods and moves back to the stand.
For once, his own is utterly perfect.
Sits back down next to Asura, who always makes her look good.
Hey, I'm not sure how to take that.
I mean, he's an aesthetic, right? She's a crane,
Yeah.
he's an aesthetic. Unless he's, yeah.
Resplendent.
Mm-hmm. I love you, Asura.
Hey, I'm going to talk to this teasing to getting me dangerous beauty society.
Oh no!
I'm kidding. Anyways, Ashura just seems to be, watching what's going on. Probably, sometimes he watches what Tetsumura is doing, what his clanmate is doing. Watching the fighters, kind of observing them.
So after a few more minutes pass, Ocean sidles back up onto the platform and takes a seat at the head of this congregation. And at this point, very light crowd is gathered. Some peasants further away from the ring, and a few crow samurai kind of scattered throughout. And once she has settled herself, she looks back over and says, Bayushi Seimei-san, Kitsuki Toshiko-san, I expect a wonderful duel from you finalists.
I don't plan on disappointing, Kitsuki-san. I look forward to your metal and steel.
She nods and says, Thank you, Bayushi-san. Your compliment is very welcome.
And he just simply closes his eyes and bows.
She returns the bow. Roll initiative.
Ooh. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, buddy.
Whoa. Is that 4 ones?
Yep.
And it's 16.
Do you have a katana specialty?
It's not. There's no specialty. It's initiative.
Oh, shitty bits.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't initiative a specialty?
I don't believe so. It's a separate roll. It's not a skill attached to it.
Oh, shitty bits.
Fucking cheating, MA.
Wow.
Sorry.
Well, the scorpion, not used to this whole going second thing,
Mm-hmm.
And so both combatants settle into their stances and will roll Aijutsu assessment. Awareness.
Wait, Aijutsu awareness?
Yes. With a specialty in assessment. If you have emphases, I should say. I got to get over that. She'll spend a void point and call a raise.
Jesus.
Damn.
So what would you like to learn from your opponent?
Give me that Aijutsu score, I guess. Okay.
Oh no.
And so as both of you peer at each other, examining each other's stance, looking for weaknesses and the like, after a moment, Toshiko straightens up and bows and says, "You are the superior opponent, Bayushi-san. I forfeit." And she holds the bow.
Sammy looked like he was about to grab his katana until she said that. Like he's like mid crossover, like, and then like he's about to like grip his hand on it, and he's just like, "Oh, okay." Puts his hand back at his side, and then hinges forward and gives a bow. He just like accepts your honorable surrender, or yeah.
And so, after a moment, Ocean smiles, very pleased, and says, "A most honorable outcome. It would seem that the day is yours, Bayushi-san."
So it seems. Thank you to my opponent, and thank you to Otomo-sama and you, Otomo-san, for this lovely showing of skill. I believe all participants have done well.
It is not my gift to you, Bayushi-san. It is your Lord's gift to all of us.
As you say. And he just bows to her as well.
There is a large murmur sort of going through the crowd. And Toshiko straightens up and removes herself from the ring.
Sammy watches her leave first, and then he'll turn and kind of walk over towards Susumu and the rest of the filled out silhouettes, the non-NPC people.
Makoto has regained her composure by this point.
Well then, that was not what I was expecting.
Congratulations, Bayushi-san.
Thank you, Makoto-san. Though I feel like I may want to approach her sometime in the future. maybe redo this duel again.
Is that so? You're unsatisfied with her assessment?
No. No. I guess I just wanted to see what she would put into it, I guess. Nothing against her or anything. Like I said, I just accept her surrender.
Her surrender was just unexpected. He looks as if he's asking.
Probably. I think that's it. I think if I was in her place, I probably wouldn't have went through with it anyways.
Truly. Interesting.
Indeed. The healthy man who has given up on climbing a hill has less chances than the injured man who is still trying.
How wise, Takashi-san? I agree.
How are your injuries? Sorry, go ahead.
Did you two face in the tournament at some point?
Who does he ask?
He's nodding towards Asura and Seimei.
No.
I arrived late. The tournament had already begun.
Perhaps these feelings of dissatisfaction could be resolved then. And he just lets that hang in the air.
He'll smile. I didn't mean to show dissatisfaction. I simply agreed that perhaps she should have tried, even if she saw that Seimei-san here was better than her.
Perhaps it is my own dissatisfaction shining through my words. Forgive me.
To have been robbed of an example to watch exemplary swordplay? Robbery is a coarse word. I have misspoken. But if that is the case...
Well, Takashi-san, do you want to partake in a duel?
We need to ask permission, but if permission is given, I wouldn't refuse.
I mean, we only need permission to
kill each other.
Kill each other. And it's not like this is official or anything.
I see. Are you sure? Because I thought we needed for any kind of duel. But we do have an ST here, so...
If you are using training swords, then it's just practice.
So yeah, he'll say, well, then I believe we could have test each other out.
I'll find us some training swords. I'll be right back. And Seimei will go off to where he knows some training swords are and come back.
It would probably be easier for you to actually just go find a dojo to use.
Oh. Well, I know dojo. Let's go.
Because there's a lot of people around, you know?
Okay.
Well, let's get a walking montage.
Can Makoto and Suzumu come along?
Yeah.
Excellent. Walking montage includes the crane.
I suppose it's very poor form to bring a bottle of sake into a dojo, huh?
Yes,
Okay.
but not if it's hidden in your sleeve.
I feel you. He wouldn't be that brazen.
So the lot of you remove yourselves and go find a local dojo that has yet to be named, but will at some point now that it exists.
Should name it after Sammy.
You,
I mean, he did win. God damn it.
one time.
Funded. Line these motherfuckers up. Anyways. So yeah. Seimei will hand Togashi-san a wooden katana. Or a boken, whatever it's called.
He'll thank him by a bow, and then we'll get into the void stance. Center stance, I should say.
I'm assuming this place already has like a circle already kind of made out.
No, you don't need a circle.
Ah, okay. The field is a
Highly polished wooden floors.
May the favors be in your favor, noble Scorpion.
And may the fortunes be with you as well. And Seimei will adopt center stance as well.
Roll initiative.
So, one last time, what's initiative? It's insight rank.
Insight rank reflexes keep reflexes.
Oh, I forgot to show die. I think.
I did too, so don't worry about it.
Oh.
All right. So I believe this is what, assessment phase now?
What do I roll for assessment?
Aijutsu.
Just Yaijutsu.
Aijutsu awareness. Show you dice. Okay. So, Asura, you get to learn a piece of information of your opponent. Seimei, you fail, so you don't learn anything of his, but you didn't beat, neither of you beat each other by 5, therefore no one gets a bonus for the next roll.
I'll take his Yaijutsu. I'm taking your sending it to me as a private message. Oh. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Time for the focus.
Now what do I roll? Just
Aijutsu. Make sure. I think it's still awareness. Let's see. Void. Naijutsu Void.
Okay.
Man, 13s, 13s, and 13s all day.
And I keep
Okay.
the void, of course. I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
17.
It is a karmic strike.
So we roll. I forgot about when I roll Yaijutsu, I do get a free raise too. Should have remembered that before.
Mm. What's this?
It's oh, I should have waited. It's for the strike.
Naijutsu reflexes.
Yep, that's what I really I rolled.
Yeah.
Wow.
Asura thumps Seimei.
Wait, does he? Does he have to beat my armor TN?
Yeah, he did, right?
I'm at
Yep.
25.
Are you wearing armor?
Yeah. Unless that's wrong.
Are you wearing armor, Asura?
Yeah. I mean, I would have worn what he was wearing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if he was wearing armor, he would have been in armor.
I don't think either of you would be wearing armor in a dojo.
Okay, well then,
I mean-
he didn't hit me then.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
I mean, okay.
Sammy gets thumped and he just kind of like smirks under his mask and have you been taken or do you even know? He just says, and that's more like it. And he just turns and gives Togashi a bow.
He'll bow. Well fought, noble scorpion.
I don't know about that. At least from my showing, I have definitely done better. But I will take this as a humbling experience. Thank you.
There's a powerful bent to your karma, Bayashi-san.
Seems there is.
Maybe you're a man meant to do great things. Maybe the fates do not know what to make of you.
Well, they certainly do like to keep it interesting. I will say that. So,
There's very seldom gained without something broken.
this is true.
Sometimes it is our own bones. And sometimes it is others, people. Others. As you know.
I just must fill in the cracks with gold then. At least all the broken bits. And by
And
gold, I
sake.
mean games of Go and not sake.
Oh, shame. Because that is my next destination.
Mine's too. Togashi, would you like to join us for a games and drinks? What about you, Doji-san? Daidoji-san, excuse me.
For a moment, I thought you were about to say you had an interest in kintsugi. But if that is not in your plans for the evening, I would be pleased to join you and go and drinks instead.
So will I.
If Katsuki would like to join us for games and drinks, then she is most welcome to come as well.
She did not follow you.
Well, if she's around.
She is not.
Wait, is her name Kintsugi?
Kitsuki?
Kitsugi, okay.
Kitsuki, whatever. Yeah. And I think with that, we could probably just end the scene there with them.
Yep. The four chums wander off to the Red Kitsune to gain some libations and play some Go.